Hi everyone, it's Kay here. Thank you very much for joining me today. I've got a very short special haul to show you today. Excuse me a minute, I've got something rattling against my leg. So, as usual, I'm filming this in advance, but today I went to Lutheran Archives. They had a book sale and I thought I'd go down there because they said they had some old books and I was really particularly after some old books. So I got a couple, not very many. I got this one, which is absolutely massive. Look at the size of that. You probably can't see how big it is. Let me see how big a pen is. Here it is compared to a pen. It's massive. And it's nearly 150 years old. It's actually 149 years old. It's got this beautiful cover. This is a book in German. The Lutherans came to South Australia because they were being persecuted for their religion back in Germany and Austria, I think it might have been, and they came to South Australia to settle, and they brought their books with them, especially their Bibles, because they were regarded as very special. And South Hamilton, actually that's not very far away from where we used to live in Kapunda. Well, they had a lot of these little settlements everywhere. It's just all in German. I've got no idea what it says. It's got that beautiful writing, but interestingly it's got just a few things like this with the paper and the beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just so gorgeous, really beautiful. Just having a look. In the year 1873, yes. I think the tissue paper's there to make sure it's protected. It's got these lovely illustrations as well. Got some other pictures, black and white ones. And you know, like the names of and what, I'm assuming that's the names and what text they come, what book they came from, what book of the Bible they came from. And as you go on, it's so big I don't even know if you can see it all. As it goes on, it just goes at the back. It's just oodles of pages. I did buy it to use for my junk journals, but I might put some of these pages up for sale as well because they're just so beautiful. Let's have a look what they measure. They measure 8.5 by 11.5. It's a good size. I'd be very careful like how I took them out though. I just wish I could read what that is. Is that like a catechism? Catechism? I don't know, sorry. We've got this, like a certificate for a marriage. Love the ornateness. And people in the old days used to keep their Bibles and keep their family records in there. Like when people were born, where they were born, when they were born. Actually, that's all in English. That's interesting, isn't it? That's all in English. When they died. Sometimes they used to put in who they married. They used to do their family tree and all sorts of things. It's got father very faintly, mother very faintly, and children. Then more of the family record, and they've got this beautiful big page here. I just wish it would say Martin Luther was the person who founded Lutheran practice. It was a less rigid form of worship than the Catholicism that was quite prevalent back in those days, and I think that's why they wanted to be able to practice in freedom, and I think that's why they came to Australia. There are other places in Australia where they settled, but they did come. A lot of them did come to South Australia. We have lots of names that have got German origin in them. So I've got this, what the meaning is of here. And then the back has got these picture frames here for you to put your family portrait in on both sides. I've never seen anything quite like it. I'd love to be able to read that. It's different size from the other side. Only word I recognise is about Jerusalem. Beautifully presented. So, and just look at the cover, it's massive. The cover has got decoration on there as well. It says, the just shall live faith. Honour thy father and mother. What's this one say? The Lord is the Lord. No, I can't read. There's something about the Lord, heaven and earth. And that one says, oh, I don't know, something or other, his holy name. And it's got all those really lovely decorations, which is a bit hard to see really because it's so worn. See the edges, the cover is so worn, obviously being well used. So I've got that. Oops. And I paid $40 for it, which I thought was a pretty good price really for something that big. And I picked this one up as well. This one cost me $25. This one is if you go by the date here, it's 1848, which means it's 175 years old, which is amazing. It's in pretty good condition. It's just, I'm not too sure whether it was a paper. This says 1926. What does this one say? 1848. So it can't be. Maybe she was born in 1848. Not sure. So it can't be 170 years old. That's wrong. That says 100. It says 1926. So whether it comes from a magazine of some sort, like a, it's got some really interesting pictures in it. Very 1920s. I thought it was 1920s, but I picked it up. It was the handwritten thing that threw me. It's got these really fantastic adverts, all in German. It's just really different. I've just not seen anything like it. It's really good condition. Even if this is 1926, that still makes it, what, 74 plus 23 is 97, so 100 years old, thereabouts. It's just really lovely. I love all these pictures. I think it must have been some sort of magazine because it's got these crosswords, maybe there's bits of the paper, or whether it comes out of like those church magazines. I've got no idea. I love the pictures. Some really lovely colour pictures too. That's very Parisian, that one there. Very 1920s. Look at that. Beautiful clothing. And they've got their feathers in their hats. I think they've got the German kind of dress here with the tunics and striped down the trousers. Fascinating. 1926 would have been between the First World War and the Second World War, so look at that. Gorgeous. If you read German, can you tell me what it is for? Tell us if it's worth 50 something or other. I reckon that's the price. 50. Look at it. Look at that. That's so interesting. Those little figures just here. Look at that. Just love the colours. The flapper dresses. So gorgeous. Looks like a poem of some sort. More beautiful pictures. Ooh, gorgeous children. Fliegende Blätter. I suppose I could get my phone and Google it and find out what that means. I reckon it must be a magazine of some sort or paper. perhaps a magazine. Colours are just so vibrant. The hair. Somebody playing tennis or doing various things in their flapper costumes. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at the flowers there on the fields. Look at her face. And they're obviously saying something to each other. I'd love to know what they're saying. Oh, look at that. Young girls. It's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. All the different kinds of sizes of the writing. Oh wow, that's stunning. That's so good. Assuming that's Venice. Doesn't say though. Could do, but again I don't read German, so I've got no idea. I just really love the pictures and love the adverts. Like I said, I thought it was 100. It's a lot less than I thought, but still 100 odd years, still pretty good. Look at that. No. Dilemma, whether it says dilemma. She's obviously deciding whether she can afford the books or not. Because books were expensive back in the day, and people probably just had the Bible. A lot of people who had no money had just the Bible in their house, and that was all they had. Because they probably couldn't afford any other literature. So it's very risque and see-through kind of top. Look at this one here. Talking about Bacchus. Bacchus was the god of wine. Bacchus. But I recognise the word Bacchus, but I don't know what the other words say. Somebody I don't know, is this a tongue-in-cheek magazine, do you reckon? Some of the pictures look serious though, I just don't know. No idea. Oh, look at that. Flood of some sorts. Looks like it, doesn't it? Look at these two young chappies up to something. Go from the rural setting to the young women in their flapper dresses. The man looks like Napoleon. Oh, wow. See, that drawing there looks totally different from everything else I've seen in this book. Most of them seem to be like this. That's totally different. It is so interesting. I wonder if I should do 1920s journal when I get around to doing it. Maybe one day. We'll see. Too many other things I want to do first. Sun and the moon. Just realised, because I realised it was the sun, I just realised that's the moon. Getting into a fast car. And a picnic. There's some cartoons sort of running through this. That's what makes me think maybe it's a paper of some sort of magazine of some sort. It's just so interesting. I just love the pictures in there. Oh, that's interesting. different. The singing penguin band. Why has the polar bear got a sweeper? He's got a helmet on, German helmet. Wow, isn't she gorgeous? Can you see her? She is gorgeous. I don't know who's I don't know if that's her name, Fernandra, or whether it's just a description of something, like a name of a light bulb. Another one of those interesting cartoons. Lots of things to look at there. Oh, look at the Zeppelin. Last page. Look at this beautiful cover pages. Anyway, there was my very small short haul. That's just the cover of that one. I'm going to have to look out what that actually means. Fleaganok Blotten. I reckon it must be a collection of magazines or something. The reason why they got the colour dot on there is because it shows you how much they were, because they had the posters on the wall to show you how much that was worth. So that one was a green dot. And this one was a blue dot. So two very interesting old books, and I'm so glad. I'm not out about going, and it's such a tiny room, so we had to wait outside for us to go in a few at a time because there wasn't a lot of room, and so it was really interesting. So thank you very much for being here. Please give me the thumbs up and make a comment. That would be really lovely. And I just want to say thank you very much to all those people who have subscribed to me lately again. And I'm so glad that you're here with me, and I really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.